Okay, thank you. Good morning, my friend. Good morning, grade 6. Okay, today we'll start a new lesson. This one will be talking about the sequence. This lesson is talking about what? It will be talking about the sequence. Okay, so the name of the lesson will be the sequence. But before we start, we need to make a small revision. Okay, so if you need to participate with us, raise your hand only. Okay, and I will choose one. Here we have that. Raise your hand only. If you know the answer of the first one, he gives me the table. Okay, the input will be. Alaykum assalam. Be with me. So I have that x here will be equal 0. So the value of output will be equal what? Again, I have here that the input will be 0, and the rule here will be x plus 3. So the output will be what? Who can tell me? Alaykum assalam wa rahmatullahi. Be with me, please. Don't say assalamu alaikum again. If one said, it should be enough. Okay? So I have Khalid Khalifa. Khalid Khalifa? Okay. If I have x is equal 0, how do I get the output, Khalid?
The output, you substitute x with 0 and it's 0 plus 3 equals 3.
So if I need the output here, I will make 0 plus 3. I will make 0 plus 3. 0 plus 3 here will be equal what? 0 plus 3 will be equal 3. Again, my friend, if you have that, you have the input will be x plus 3. The rule, the input is 0, and the rule will be x plus 3. So the output here will be 3 only. Okay, the next one, if I have x will be equal 3. The input in this case is 3. I have Ziad Talal.
X3 and plus 3 equal 6.
Excellent, Ziad. Excellent, my student. So we have that, my son. 3 plus 3, 3 plus 3. This one will be equal 6. So if you need to solve this one, please, we will move x and substitute it by 3. We will plug into 3 in the position of x. So 3 plus 3 here will be equal 6. So the output will be equal 6. If I have x is equal 7, another one, Muhammad Al-Anazi.
7, it's x, 7 plus 3 equals 6.
7 plus 3. So
Equal 10.
this one will be 7 plus 3 will be equal what? Equal 10. I need you now in 2 minutes only, solving number 2, and send the answer in the chat. Don't send me, don't set finish. Send the answer only, and I will write the names and the participation in the chat.
I did it, Mr.
I can't see them. Muhammad Al-Anazi, excellent. Hadi Turki, excellent. Khalid Khalifa, excellent. 3 only. Yeah, Talal, excellent, my friend. 0. Okay, okay. Abdullah Al-Majid, Ibrahim Al-Nasir, welcome, my friend. Excellent. I said that. Ammar, welcome. Excellent. Abdullah. Okay, excellent. So the answer here will be what? It's enough. Okay, I have Hamad, Saud, Khalid Bandar, Ahmed Naif. Excellent. Okay, we said that we will move x and put 0 in the first step. So what will make? We will move x and put 0. So 2 times 0 will be equal 0. The next one, if I have x is equal 5, 5 times 2 is equal what? 5 10. Times 2 will be equal 10. 10. So the answer here of the output will be 10. If I have x is equal 13, I will remove x and put 13 in this case. So 13 times 2 will be equal 26. So the answer here in this case is equal 26. Okay? Now we deal if we have x is given. The input is given. If he gives me the output, what will make? We have x over 2. Here is the rule, and the answer is 3. What I will do to find the input? We will do the opposite. So here he divided by 2. What is the opposite? Again, if he gives me that divided by 2, find the answer. Don't say me. If you said me, you don't answer. Grade 6, please know the rule. If you said me, you don't answer. Okay, I don't select you. Okay, Muhammad Al-Anazi? So raise your hand only and I will choose one. I will choose now Ahmed Naif. Raise your hand and I will choose you. X over 2, my friend, is equal 3.
I'm Mubarak.
We will multiply, right? I listen, right? You said
Right.
I will multiply by 2. Raise your voice, my son. Speak up. We will multiply by 2. 3 by 2 equals what? Ahmed Naif. I will multiply by 2. You said that, right? Ahmed. Ahmed. Okay, I will choose another one. Muhammad Al-Anazi.
6.
So I will multiply 2 by 3. So the answer here is will be 6. Talal, how I can solve the next, ya Talal? Welcome, Talal. In number 3, the part number 4. If I have the value of outcome is equal 4, ya Talal. We are here, ya Talal. Talal.
8. Okay, I know.
We will multiply 2 by 4. Excellent, Talal. Excellent. I will multiply 2 by 4. 2 by 4 here will be equal 8. So we will multiply 4 by 2. The next one, if I have x is equal 5. Who can solve that? I will select another one. Ammar.
Mister.
Equals 10.
Ammar. Hear me? Speak up, my son.
Yes.
If I have that, if I have x is equal, x divided by 2 is equal 5. The output is 5. The result is 5. What is the value of x? You will multiply by
10. Equals 10.
2 by 5, right? So the answer is what?
10.
10. So the answer here, excellent, Ammar. Wonderful. So this one will be equal 10. The other one, who can solve number 4? Okay, in the chat. I need you now. No, in the chat. Solve number 4 in the chat.
I finished.
Okay, write that in the chat.
I write it.
Okay, thank you, Muhammad.
Mr.
I will check that. Okay.
Mr. Me, the third.
Okay, I have Muhammad Al-Anazi, excellent. I have Khalid, Hadi Turki, Ammar. Okay. مشتري العثيم زياد طلال خالد خليفة أحمد نايف. Excellent. You are amazing student.
Mr.
Wonderful. Abdullah. Excellent. عبيد محسن. Excellent. Separate the numbers يا شباب. Don't write the numbers beside each other, please. Make space between each numbers, okay, or each answer. So, excellent, grade 6. Excellent, grade 6. Be with me now. If he gives me that the output is x minus 3, the output will be 0 or 2 or 5. The output is 0 or 2 or 5. What we'll do in this case? Be with me. We will make that, my friend. I will make what? Look with me, please, carefully. We will make that 0 plus 3. 0 plus 3. I will do the opposite. So the first one will be 3. 0 plus 3. So the first one will be 0. Here, minus 3. 0 minus 3. So I will make this one like 0 plus 3. So the first one will be 3. The second one, I will make 2 plus 3. So the first one will be not 0. The first one is 3. Okay, Khalid Khalifa, excellent. After that, I have 2 plus 3. 2 plus 3 will be equal what? Equal 5. I will do the opposite. I will make plus. So it will be not started with 0, ya shabab. 0 plus 3. 0 plus 3. So the answer is the first one is not 0, it's 3.
question 3, Mister.
My friend, look with me. We said we will do the opposite, right? What is the opposite of minus? If you said that number minus 3 gives me 0. Number minus 3 gives me 0. Okay, Ammar, excellent. If you said that number minus 3 gives me 0, it will be 0. 0 minus 3 give me 0. I will do the opposite, so I will make plus 3. So 0 plus 3 is equal what? It will be equal 3. Again, ya Talal. If I need the first one, I will do the opposite. I will do the opposite. So 0 plus 3, here we have 0 plus 3, it will be equal 3. The second one, I have the answer, the outcome, the result is 2. The answer or outcome or the result is 2, I will add 3. So 2 plus 3 will be equal 5. So the input here, I can write 5. The input here, I can write 5. The next one, I had that 5. So what minus 3 gives me 5? We'll do the opposite. What is the opposite? I will make plus. Plus 5. So 3 plus 5 is equal what? 3 plus 5 is equal 8. So the most solve the first one is 0. No. I have the first one will be 3. Except Khalid Khalifa and Ammar. He solved that one will be 3 and 5. 3 and 5 and 8. Okay? And the remainder will be solving this one will be 0. What?
This is minus. Why you put plus?
My friend, I said that, my friend. If I need to go to the input, I will do the opposite, right or wrong?
Right.
Right or wrong? What is the opposite, my friend, of minus?
Multiply.
What is the opposite? Tell me.
Plus.
It will be plus. Excellent, Talal.
مش
0 plus 3. 0 plus 3. Okay? Okay, Meshal. Thank you, Meshal. So 0 plus 3. Okay, 0 plus 3 will be equal what?
3.
3. So the answer here will be equal what? It will be 3. I need to check my answer, right? If 3 minus 3, 3 minus 3. So the answer here will be equal what?
Mister.
If I make 3 minus 3, tell me.
0.
Tell it. It will be 0. I check my answer and my answer is right. Okay? We will need to go to question number 5. If the function rule is 3x minus 1, write the answer in the chat. If the function rule is 3x minus 1, and I give you what is the output if and put of 5. Don't write the answer in Arabic, please. Khalid Khalifa, check your answer, please. Your answer is wrong.
Put 14, Mister.
Khalifa, no, your answer will be right. You change the answer to becomes. I have Hadi Turkey and Ammar Meshal. Check your answer, please. iPhone, change the numbers. I have x is 5, the input of 5. So I multiply 3 by 5 and minus 1. Ziad. Answer, please. Okay. Now, excellent. Yasser. Mishari, excellent. Saud, excellent.
Mister 14.
Excellent. So the answer here will be 14. You write the answer is 2. The answer 2 is wrong. The answer 2 is wrong. Why? I will make that. I multiply 3 by 5, and after that, I will make minus 1. Okay? Now we need to go
3 multiply 5
to another point. 3 by 5 equal 15.
Mister.
Be with me now.
Okay,
Who can read the essential question? Who can read the essential question? I will choose one. Okay. I need Khalid Bandar.
Oh no. Essential question. How are the symbols such as
Speak up, please. I can't hear you. Speak up.
essential question? How are symbols such as Mister? What is the name?
Grade 6. If you need to speak, please raise your hand. Don't sit, miss.
After I go, I write.
So the essential question: how
Or
as less than. The first one is less than and greater than and equal are useful. Again, how are sample. How are sample. Mute all. Speak again. Grade 6. I will mute all. Be with me now. Keep quiet. Keep quiet. How are sample such as less than, greater than, and equal are useful. Okay? The next one. Who can read the next one?
Mister,
Yes, Khaled.
why I speak you don't hear? I want answer, mister.
Okay. Read Khaled this slide, please. What we need to learn today, Khaled.
Rules can be found by looking for arithmetic or geometric
Geometric,
ways
arithmetic, or
to
geometrical.
find the function rule.
Again, Khaled, speak up, raise your voice, and read this.
Rules can be found by looking for arithmetic or geometric sequence to find the function rule.
Okay. Now we will go to another point. The new vocab. Who can read the new vocab for this lesson? I will choose one. Raise your hand only. I have Abdullah Majid. Abdullah Majid. Read. Speak up, my friend. The new vocabulary of this lesson. Speak up, please. Yeah. Okay, I need another one. Muhammad Al-Anazi.
What?
I need you to read the new vocabulary of this lesson. The new
With trim,
sequence firstly. This is sequence. The word is sequence. Next.
Mister, there is. Mister,
I will mute all now. I will mute all. Sorry.
no problem.
So we can say that, my friend, the new vocab of this lesson, the new vocabulary will be that the sequence, the term, sequence, term, arithmetic sequence, and geometrical sequence or geometric sequence. So we have sequence alone, sequence, and term, and arithmetic sequence, and geometric sequence. We will start with the new slide in this lesson. This one will be talking about what? Look with me. Describe the relation between the term. Describe the relation between the term of the arithmetic sequence. 7, 14, 21, and 28. 7, 14, 21, and 28. Okay? We can say that if you have the first number is 7, look with me. The first number here is 7. What we have? We have that. The next number will be 14. So if the first is 7, the next one is 14. What I do, I will add 7 here. You can see that. This one, I add 7. So from 7 to 14, you add 7. From 14 to 21, what happened? From 14 to 21, I will add another 7. So every time I will add 7. Every time I add 7, I will check the next 21 to becomes 28. 21 to becomes 28. This one is will be equal what? 21 to becomes 28. I have here that. This one is will be what? It will be added 7. So every time you add 7, every time Ziad, I add 7. If I need the next, what we will do? I will make that. Look, 28 plus 7. 28 plus 7. So Ammar, 28 plus 7 here, it gives me 35. 28 plus 7 is equal 35. I add every time 7 only. So the answer is 35. I need 3 numbers. So I add 35 plus 7. 35 plus 7 here, it gives me 42. 35 plus 7, it gives me 42. After that, we have 42, I add 7. 42 plus 7, it gives me 49. 42 plus 7, it gives me 49. So what is the next 3 numbers here? The next 3 numbers are 35, 42, and 49. Again, the next 3 numbers are what? 35, 42, and 49. Again, my friend, what we do, I said that every time I will add 7. Every time I will add 7. So from 7 becomes 14, I add 7. From 14 to 21, I add 7. From 21 to 28, I add another 7. So every time I add 7. This one I called it by what, my friend? This one I called it by arithmetic sequence. This relation is called by arithmetic sequence. You can read this one in this line. So the describe of the relation here is arithmetic sequence. And I add every time 7. And the next 3 numbers are 35, 42, and 49. Okay? The next one. Look with me. He gives me that the numbers are 4, 7, 12, and 10, and 13. He said, describe the relation between the term in the arithmetic sequence. He said this one is arithmetic sequence. So what we will do, I can see that from 4 to 7, from 4 to 7, I add 3. So from 4 to 7, I add 3. From 7 to 10, I add another 3. From 10 to 13, I add 3. So every time, Mash'al, I will add 3. In this arithmetic sequence, I add every time 3. So 4 becomes 7, I add 3. 7 becomes 10, I add 3. 10 to become 13, I add 3. What is the next? I add 3. So the relation here, I need to add 3 to find the next. So 13 plus 3, it equals what? 13 plus 3, it gives me 16. I add 3, it gives me 16. So the next term will be 16. After that, I add another 3. If I add another 3, so 16 plus 3 gives me 19. 16 plus 3, it gives me 19. After that, I will add another 3. 19 plus 3 gives me 22. So every time here you will add 3. Every time you will add 3. So I have 16 becomes to what? 19 becomes to what? 22. What we need to learn here? We need to learn that in arithmetic sequence you added every time the same number. In the previous example, I add 7. You can see that. In the previous example here, I add 7. Here in this example, I will add 3. So maybe I add, maybe I subtract, something like this. Look with me to question number 2. Describe the relation between the term. Describe the relation between the term in geometric. I have now geometric sequence. This is geometric sequence, or I can call it by geometrical sequence. This one is 2, started first term is 2, second term is 4. What happened? I add 2, maybe. After that, 2 to become 4, I add 2. 4 to becomes 8, I add 4. So this one is not arithmetic sequence. If I add not the same number, it will be not arithmetic sequence. If you have different number, it will be geometric sequence. So this one, geometrical sequence. Why I call it by geometrical sequence? Because every time I will multiply by 2. Look with me here. I multiply every time by 2. I will multiply here every time by 2. So 2 becomes 4, I will multiply by 2. 4 to becomes 8, I will multiply by 2. 8 here to become 16, I will multiply by 2. Okay? What is the next number? I said that each term found multiplied by the previous term by 2. So each time it will be, to get the next, you must multiply by 2. It's not added. No, not added. It will be multiplied by 2. Okay, my friend? So this one is will be multiplied by 2. So 16 multiplied by 2, it equals what? 16 multiplied by 2, my friend, it equals 32. 32 I will multiply by 2. So 32 multiplied by 2 here, it equals 64. So if you multiply by this way, I call it by geometrical sequence. If I will find this, I will call it by geometrical sequence. 64 I will multiply by 2. So this one gives me the next term is equal 128. So the next 3 term here is equal what? The next 3 term is equal 32 and 64 and 128. Again, 32, 64, 128. So the next 3 numbers are 32, 64, and 128. Okay, my friend? We will go to the next. Describe the relation between the terms of the geometrical sequence. Describe the relation between the term of the geometrical sequence. I had 3, becomes 12, becomes 20, becomes 48, becomes 192. Again, the numbers of the geometrical sequence will be 3, 12, 48, 192. Then we write these 3 next numbers. What is the next 3 numbers? Look with me. From 3 to 12, I not added, I will multiply here by 4. So from 3 to 12, you will multiply here by 4. Why? Because from 12 to 48, you will multiply by 4. So every time you will multiply by 4. It's not added. It's not added. It will be multiplied. So it will be geometrical sequence. So if you have that, add, it will be arithmetic sequence. If you add, arithmetic sequence. If you multiply, it's the geometric sequence. So 48 to get the next, I will multiply by 4. I will multiply 48 by 4. 48 multiplied by 4 here is equal what? It's equal 192. 48 multiplied by 4, it's equal 192. Okay? If I need the next 3 numbers, look with me. We will multiply 192 here. I will multiply 192 by 4. I will multiply 192 by 4. So if I multiply 192 by 4, it gives me 768. You will multiply it by your mind. You can multiply it by using calculator. So if you multiply 129 by 4, it gives me 768. If I multiply 768 by 4, because we said that in this geometrical sequence, I will multiply every time by 4. Every time I will multiply by 4. So 768 multiplied by 4, it equals 3072. 3072. If I multiply this number 3072 by 4, what happened? So it will be equal 12,228. 12,288, sorry. So the answer here is will be 12,288. Okay? Look with me to this table now. If he gives me table by this shape, he said in the top, use words and samples. Use words and samples. Okay, use words and sample the value of each term of the function of its position. Again, use words and samples to describe the values of each term as function of its position. Then find the value of the 10th term. He needs the 10th term. The term number 10. He needs the 10th term. Okay, it means the 10th term. Number 10. Look with me, please. If you have 1, becomes a 3. Maybe I add 2. Maybe I multiply by 3. We need to check the next. From 2 to become 6. I add 4. Or I multiply by 3. So the same here, I multiply by 3. So in the first one, from 1 to becomes a 3, in the table, 1 to becomes a 3, I will multiply by 4. No, I multiply by 3. So from 1 to 3, you not multiply by 4, you multiply by 3. From 2 to become 6, I multiply by 3. So from 3 to becomes 9, 3 to becomes 9, I multiply by 3. So every time in this table, I will multiply by 3. From 4 to becomes 12, I will multiply by 3. Again, look with me to this table. 1 will be multiplied by 3. So the result here is equal what, Muhammad Al-Anazi, is equal 3. 1 multiplied by 3, it gives me 3. 2 multiplied by 3, it gives me 6. 2 multiplied by 3, it gives me 6. 3 multiplied by 3 gives me 9. 3 multiplied by 3 gives me 9. So if the input will be, the position is 3, the output or the value will be 9. If I have the input or the value of x or the position is 4, so 4 by 3 gives me 12. Look with me to the next. If I have the number is n, what we will do in this case? We will multiply n by 3. We will multiply this one n by 3. So n by 3 here, it gives me 3n. n by 3, it gives me here 3n. So if you multiply any number, you multiply this one by term 3. So notice that the value of each term is 3 times. The value of each term is 3 times what? The position number. Again, read with me this one carefully. We notice that the value of each term is 3 times what? 3 times that, the position number. Okay? So every time I multiply by 3. If I told you I need the 10th term, replace n here by 10. If you need the 10th term, because he said that, find the 10th term. We will remove n and put 10. So 3 by 10, it gives me what? 30. So the value of the 10th term here is equal 30. Again, 1 multiplied by 3 gives me 3. 2 multiplied by 3 gives me 6. 3 multiplied by 3 gives me 9. 4 multiplied by 3 gives me 12. So every time I will multiply here by 3. Every time I will multiply here by 3. Again, from 1 to becomes a 3, I multiply by 3. 2 to becomes a 6, I will multiply by 3. 3 to becomes 9, I multiply by 3. 4 to becomes a 12, I will multiply by 3. n, I will multiply by 3. It will be equals what? n by 3, look, it will be equal 3n. n by 3, like this square, it will be equal 3n. If I have the number of the term here is equal what? It's equal 10. So what will make me here in this position? I will multiply 3 by 10. It will be equal 30. Okay? Thank you, grade 6, for your listening. Now I need you to go to lesson number 2 in unit 8 and solve the independent brackets and the extra brackets. You will solving 2. Okay? And don't forget to solve the electronic exam, please. Okay? Tomorrow we'll solve over this lesson. So tomorrow, please bring the paper beside you and we'll complete this lesson tomorrow. Thank you for your time, grade 6. Okay? And see you tomorrow, inshallah.